I'm in North Macedonia, where this sunshine is the national flag.
But this symbol, it almost sparked a real international crisis. And no, I'm not exaggerating. Borders, blockades, the works. Why did a country have to give up its own flag to stay out of trouble? And how did they turn ancient royal branding into one of the boldest flags in Europe? Stick around, this one's got emperors, egos, and a very stubborn sun for this North Macedonian flags in 50 places. Our flag story kicks off in the 4th century BC with a guy named Alexander who was, let's be honest, pretty great. Empire builder, battlefield genius, and a collector of very intense relationships, especially with a general, but that's for another time. Now check this out, the Virginia Sun, 16 golden rays of ancient Macedonian glory. This wasn't just a fancy symbol, it was royal branding at its finest. Used by Alexander's family, the Agia dynasty, it stood for divine power, cosmic order, and the not-so-subtle message of, we're basically related to Zeus. Well, just take a look. Whether Alex chose it or just inherited it from the family scrolls, the sun shone brightly across his empire, and centuries later, it would spark a whole new firestorm. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Jump ahead to 1903 and welcome to Krushevo, a small mountain town with big revolutionary ideas. During an uprising against the Ottoman Empire, they declared the Krushevo Republic. It lasted just 10 days, but in that short time, they wrote a constitution, built a government, and yes, raised a flag. Because what's a republic without one? It was crushed quickly, but the memory of the 10-day rebellion lives on in Macedonian culture and in the DNA of the later flags. Now, if Krushevo was the spark, the Internal Macedonian Revolutionary Organisation, or IMRO for short, was the bonfire. Founded in 1893, this group worked in the shadows to free Macedonia from the Ottoman control. They plotted, they rebelled, and they waved some very bold flags while doing it, usually red, fiery, and about as subtle as, well, a red flag. Their uprisings, like the Ilinden Rebellion, didn't always succeed, but they left behind a serious legacy in national identity and flag aesthetics. Then came World War II. While the IMRO had dreams of independence, the Yugoslav partisans had different plans. Led by Tito and powered by a whole lot of communist energy, they fought off the Axis and helped establish the democratic Federal Macedonia in 1944. It wasn't full independence, but it was official. Macedonia had its own government, its own institutions, and a brand new red flag, complete with a shiny golden star, very in vogue for the socialists in the 1940s. Red meant revolution, the star meant unity, and the vibes, well, very serious. After the war, Yugoslavia reinvented itself as a socialist federation, and Macedonia levelled up into the People's Republic of Macedonia. This came with more autonomy, a codified language, and of course, a new flag. It was red, naturally, with a golden star in the top left-hand corner. Simple, stylish, socialist. It wasn't loud, but it meant something big. Recognition. For the first time, Macedonia had a flag on the political map. Through the 50s, 60s and 70s, Macedonia lived under the umbrella of the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia as the Socialist Republic of Macedonia. It wasn't independent, but it had room to breathe. They had schools in Macedonian, books in Macedonian, a football team to cheer for, and, yes, still flying that red flag with the star. Not the most original flag in the bloc, but it did the job. Just don't mention independence. That would come later when the red star starts to fade. By the 1990s, Yugoslavia was unravelling faster than a badly sewn flag. Macedonia voted to go its own way in 1991, peacefully. No war, no dramatic exit music, just a quiet referendum and boom, independence. But there was one big hiccup, the name. Greece wasn't thrilled about them calling themselves Macedonia, so international communities slapped a label on them, the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, or FYROM, which sounds more like a printer toner than a country, but that's not what caused real fireworks. Remember the Vienna Sun from earlier? Yeah, someone dusted it off, stuck it on a brand new flag, and, well, that something went like this.
We'd like to thank Belgium, after many months of us declaring our independence, to be the first country to formally recognize us as our own separate, self-governed country of the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. And with that independence, I'd like to take this opportunity to reveal our new flag of independence to replace this rather single star-studded flag with this, a stylized yellow Vargina sun still on a red background.
What? They can't use that.
United Nations Complaints Department, how can I help you?
I'd like to lodge a complaint. The former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia has stolen our Vargina sun symbol, and we want it back. What do you mean Greece said we can't use our flag?
They say it's their symbol of continuity between ancient Macedonia and modern Greek culture.
Yeah, and it was discovered by archaeologists in the city of Aya in Macedonia.
Yes, when Greece owned the land. Look, the UN asked if we can come up with a new flag to keep the Greeks happy. Besides, they've put in trade barriers, which is causing us no end of political turmoil.
Seriously? Alright then, what have we got?
First proposal is this.
All I can see is a bright yellow dot on a red background.
What about this?
Okay, my eyesight must be getting better since the dot has gotten smaller. Besides, it looks like an unfinished Australian Aboriginal flag.
Alright, what about this one?
Is it a faceless Argentina sun?
In that case, your thoughts on this design?
Looks like a sun inside a four-pointed star. No, I've got it. It's one of those ninja stars. Yes, love this one.
So that's a no then. Okay, try this one.
Now the sun is missing.
This?
It's just a starry sun.
That?
It's still a starry sun.
Next one?
That's just a mess. Do we have anything that isn't red and yellow?
Yes!
This is obviously not a serious contender. Go back one slide.
Tell you what, let's just put a red circle around the sun and be done with it.
Yeah, that'll work.
Fine.
And we can say the 8 rays are the new sun of liberty, so it matches the lyrics in our national anthem.
If you like.
And the red, so it links back to our old socialist flag.
Don't like it. Bad idea. What about red is Macedonia's favorite color?
Oh, you're good.
I know. Usual 2 to 3 ratio?
No, let's be a little different and go 1 to 2 so the rays have further to go and meet the corners better.
Excellent. Done.
Brilliant. What's next on the agenda?
Formalizing the name to just Macedonia. Thank you for being here today. We've invited you to reveal our new national symbol, which is now established in our constitution, so our neighbor can't get grumpy again. And here it is, the national flag of the newly named Macedonia.
What? They can't use that.
United Nations Complaints Department, how can I help you?
I'd like to lodge a complaint. The so-called Macedonia has stolen our name of the Greek region of Macedonia.
What now?
The country's very name, Republic of Macedonia, sparked decades of international drama. It wasn't until 2018 that the Prespa Agreement settled it. The country would officially become North Macedonia. The name changed, the flag didn't. It stood tall, a symbol of identity, compromise, and a willingness to move forward while still holding on to its past, just not all of it. Red has long been associated with the region, strength, revolution, and a bit of Balkan bravado. So yes, their favourite colour. Yellow, the sun, of course, warmth, life, and an unmissable design choice if you want your flag to be seen from space. Today, North Macedonia's flag flutters proudly at NATO, at the UN, and in Eurovision crowd shots. It's recognisable, it's unique, and unlike its predecessor, it doesn't make any neighbours call the police. Some love it, some miss the old one, but most agree it's one of the more eye-catching flags out there. A visual hello from a country with a rich past and a surprisingly dramatic design journey.
If you want to see more places that I've visited, then you need to click on this playlist here. And if you want to know more information about Flags in Focus, then click on the link below and sign up to the wonderful email address. Bon voyage!